Viseart Petites Mattes, Petites Mattes, Petites Mattes. That's a lot to say. Hi guys, I am back, and today I am doing a look, or have done a look, with the Petites Mattes Editorial Brights from Viseart. So this is one of the editorial palettes, or one of their matte palettes from the Pro palettes that is originally 2 grams and $80, so they shrunk it to 1 gram and $40 and put it in their sort of edit style packaging, and it is so amazing. This is the color, or the color story. I mean, it's not really a color story, it's just their brights, not neons. You know, you've got a rainbow palette in here. Obviously they're all mattes, and this is the first look that I have done with them. I have, other than the shades that I'm using on my eyes today, I've not swatched these or done anything else with them. I do need to label them and put them in my giant Viseart palette, so that'll be the next thing on the list. But I wanted to get a look out with this palette before I broke it up. So I also have the Cool Mattes, which is the one of the other Petites Mattes palettes that they recently came out with, and that's an amazing palette and really versatile. And this one probably not as versatile, but as you can see, I think I got a really cute look out of it, and I am excited to mix this up with my other Viseart shadows and see how it plays with the cool matte blues and some of my shimmer shades and all that kind of thing. So yeah, really excited. So if you want to see how I got this look using the Viseart Petites Mattes Editorial Brights, keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get into it. I have primed my face, I've done my brows, and I've primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer. This is the lightest primer I have, and I really want it to make the shadows pop, so I figured I would use this one. So we're going to go in with the Editorial Brights from Viseart. This is the first time that I have used this palette, and you know me, I'm going to go for the blues. I'm probably going to try to use the white because I'm really curious to see how pigmented it is. And I might go for also the yellow just because I'm interested to see how that is. Take that off, and I have a few brushes here. I'm going to go in right away with the blue called Periwinkle here. This doesn't quite look like periwinkle to me, but I guess we'll see. And put that in the outer V. And right away, not too heavily pigmented on first application, which is awesome because it's not just a splotch of color that you can't move around. As you can see, it is moving around a bit, and you can build it and blur it. So that's pretty amazing. You can see you can build it here. And I'm using a Zoeva 228. And as I'm digging into this shadow, I'm not seeing a lot of kick up. I mean, a little bit maybe, but seems to be going on and building up really nicely. Seems like something you're really able to control. I am using quite a large brush for my eyes. I like this for I guess blowing out shadow, you'd say, being able to really blend it on the outer V. But I usually don't use it. I usually would use it with like a brown or some sort of crease color, which in this case is a bright periwinkle blue. And I do have some dryness on my eyes, so if you see flaking, that's what that is. And the Anastasia eye primer tends to accentuate that. So the shadow seems to be sticking to it. It's just a matter of that being fairly dry. But that is a beautiful shade. And fairly easy to work with. No fallout, just I have, you know, uneven application from being left-handed use on my right eye, so I always tend to get a little down here, but this isn't fallout, it's just shadow that goes down, and I don't see really any on my cheeks, so that's pretty great. We're gonna go in with the darkest blue right here called Azure, and just put that a little bit right here and see how that plays with the periwinkle shade. And as you can see, you could tell the difference right away. They're not fading into each other, which is pretty great. But they're also nicely blending. And again, not a ton of kick up in these mattes. But lots of pigmentation that you can build up. Not really, I mean, they're not hard pressed, it doesn't seem like. I have not swatched them, so, as in I haven't done any finger swatches. This is actually the first time I'm doing anything with these shadows other than just staring at them. Just putting a little bit of depth and dimension out here. And I think that looks really nice. I'm always impressed with how, even on my lids, which are a little bit older and a little bit looser, you just get this nice blend that's not streaky or too stark. And again, this isn't fallout, this is just me being sloppy with my brushwork. Because as you can see, you don't have the same thing here. It's just a matter of me doing this as opposed to, you know. Anyway, I think on the main lid, I'm gonna try a bit of this lime, just to see how that, without doing a cut crease or anything, just to, ooh, and I think that packs on really nicely. I'm just using an e.l.f. shadow brush. A little bit more kick up in this one, but not too much. But you can see how that goes on without any sort of cut crease. More green. Well, it's sitting on top of a blue, so it's a little bit more muted on my eyes than it is in the pan. It's a little bit more Kermit green, like this. But you can still, I think on this side, you can see the lime in it a little bit more. Yeah, I can definitely see the difference where I have less blue over here. I can definitely see the difference where that is more lime. So I'm guessing this would look fabulous over a cut crease. It's just not my thing, so I'm not going to do that, but Yes, very impressive. I really do like that. Then for the inner corner, since I'm doing an all matte look, I'm going to go in with this bright white, which is called white. And I really want to see how pigmented this gets. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And of course, you can mix this to make, you know, a variety of colors, variety of like an ombre look if you want, or just something a little lighter than what's in the pan. But yeah, I'm really liking that. And it's building up. And again, not too much fallout or anything in the pan, kick up or anything, so that's nice. So just grabbing another of the e.l.f. shadow brushes, I'm going to go in with yellow, which is just called yellow. And I want to see again how pigmented that is, and just run that under my eyes. And since I don't have the primer under my eyes, it's probably not going to stand out as much, but you can definitely see it. It's kind of mixing with the blue, turning into a little bit of a green, but it's definitely there. So yeah, I am very impressed with how these shadows are looking. I'm going to put on some liner and do my mascara and a little bit of concealer, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I remembered to do my mascara this time. Anyway, this is the hastily finished final look, so if it looks a little unfinished, that's because it's real late in the day, and I don't plan on going anywhere with this on, but as you can see, I think the colors just speak for themselves. These are like the colors that I was most drawn to in this palette and the ones that I really wanted to test out. There are so many options in here, like just so many options. You know, obviously I'm going to be drawn over here to this row, but there's so many options for purples and pinks and oranges. I mean, I'm really excited to try this like dinosaur green shade right here. And yeah, I'm really impressed on first impression, of course, with this pigmentation. I think it's really great, really blendable. I can trust Viseart shadows to be blendable and pigmented, and I don't swatch them, at least the mattes I don't usually swatch because I know they're just not going to swatch very nice. That's just not how they're made. They're made to sort of apply and build and blend and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like with the blues, the way I was able to get them to build and blend was pretty amazing. And then some of, you know, the greens and the yellow, I mean, you can see they're still there. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I applied, but I feel like you can still see the white in the inner corner. You can still see the sort of ill-defined yellow under here. And again, there's no eye primer under here, so it's not going to be as bright. And again, with this eye, it's much brighter on this side, the lime, than on this side because there is more blue sitting underneath. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So if, you know, it would, I can't tell you whether it would fade or anything during the day. That has not been my experience with Viseart mattes, but I would not wear a bright look like this all day anyway. So I think since these are made more for, again, it's called Editorial Brights, so these are like, you know, editorial looks, things that you would do for a magazine or a photo shoot or something that's not going to sit on your face all evening or all day. And if you are that kind of person, sometimes I am, you know, maybe that would be, go ahead, give it a test. But yeah, so I think it's really nice. I'm really impressed with the colors. If I was more adventurous, I'd just do an entire rainbow look, but I am not that ambitious right now, and I really just wanted to play with the blues on the whites in here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those would be welcome, and any of them would be appreciated. So once again, thank you, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.